count of 3, I want to hear you make as much noise as you can. 1, 2, 3, everybody scream!
If enthusiasm could be bottled up and sold, Tyler Zickel, or Zick as he is called, could make a killing.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. I think the thing that connects most with people is authenticity, and if I can just be myself, but find a way to, make it bigger and a little louder and a little more energetic than I already am, it plays really well with people. It is time for the Fisher Cats Sumo! Coming out of the near side of the dugout is the challenger. Let's hear it for Bubba. Woo!
Zick is the MC for the Fisher Cats baseball team in Manchester. Every game, he is there on the field.
Who's it going to be? It is a 1, 2, 3, and 4.
And on top of the dugout.
Keep up that great energy here in the bottom of the 6th. We are awarding points to the loudest camp in the house. So for now, Ben, get those earplugs. Back to you.
Zick is 27 years old. He grew up in San Diego, and his love affair with baseball began when he was a young boy.
For me, it's always been a family thing. Baseball is a deep, deep part of my family's lore, going back to my grandfather, who was a huge New York baseball fan. As soon as I was born, I was swaddled in a Padres blanket and was going to Padres games from before I can remember. And so for me, that family connection is a big reason why I started to like and love the game. I started playing as a little leaguer, played all the way up through college. But you have the mic, I'll have the cake.
Zick was working for a Class A team of the Padres when he saw a job opening at the Fisher Cats.
After sending in a resume, doing a couple of interviews, I was on my way to New Hampshire in February of 2017. Round 2, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from the Fisher Cats to you. Happy birthday!
Just how does one learn to be an on-field MC?
Trial and error, learning on the job. There is no minor league baseball MC school to attend or any kind of course to take, so the course is right out here in my classroom.
On this sunny afternoon, the Cats are up against the Trenton Thunder from New Jersey. It is camp day at the Fisher Cats. Lots of plans for all the kids.
All right, everybody ready? Follow me.
The rundown of on-field activities changes every day. Always popular is the Frozen T-shirt contest.
Campers, on your mark, get set, go! And they're off. We've got all sorts of strategy here. We've got an advantage here on the first side somehow. Looks like Melanie, Bo Youth Center, #1 right here. So we've got serious presentations, plenty of zany things for me to dress up in a costume. We're pieing people in faces. We're having fun with our mascot Slider, our other mascot Fungo as well. And, again, sometimes it's a little bit held together with Scotch tape and bubble gum, but at the end of the day, what we put on for all of our fans who come in is a pride and joy and a labor of love, for sure. 3, 2, 1, go!
Off the field, Zick is just as popular, the Fisher Cats' in-house celebrity.
It's become kind of a thing with the youngsters as they come into the stadium. Last year, to start, nobody knew who I was, so there was a little bit of a growing period in establishing myself. But once these kids start coming back, or they see the guy with the mic, or the guy dancing crazy on the dugout, or the guy with the cool shoes, they want to get to know me. So for them, it's turned into like I'm the third mascot almost. And so they'll stop me on the concourse for pictures. I've taken more selfies in 2 seasons than I ever thought I would in my entire life. All about Snapchat these days. Yeah, you can.
Zick doesn't take his role model status lightly.
The power that I have with children isn't lost on me. I know that I have a very big responsibility to lead by example, whether that's simply a smile or a please and a thank you with a single interaction or putting on a show for 1,000 kids like we had today, thousands of kids in fact. I know that what I do can have a big positive impact on anybody, but mostly young fans, and I certainly don't take that responsibility very lightly. Let's see, where's Brody G? Okay, Salem Explorers.
Zick and his team keep one eye on the score at all times. 3 outs, and Zick is up.
Just gotta wait for the cue.
There is a reason Zick probably doesn't have to hit the gym during baseball season. You have to be fast to keep pace with him. He doesn't keep track of his steps yet.
My conservative estimate would be 8,000. Coming down the third base stairwell, he's ferociously fun. He's the Sultan of Silly, makes a noise for Slider!
For someone whose very job is to provide entertainment for thousands of people, especially kids, what does Zick do when he has a bad day? Or does he ever have a bad day?
Sick and a bad mood? Me, never. Once we get to about 6 o'clock with the 7:05 first pitch, something in me just kind of switches over and it's showtime. And so for me, whether it's a sickness or just not feeling my best that day, the show must go on.
Zick's dream is to one day head back to San Diego.
My dream job is to be the radio broadcaster for my hometown San Diego Padres. And if I can find a way to work the zany MC shtick into that, the Zick shtick, if you will, even better.
But right now, New Hampshire and the Fisher Cats are lucky to have Zick. He hits a home run for the audience every game.
Still, Rowdy Red, the champion of Fisher Cats Sumo. Back to you. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Nicely done!